The high-ceiled hall with Gothic arches was filled with the echo of barely subtle chatter of prelates gathered in a circle. 2 torches were burning on each of the walls as well as their pillar. However, their flickering light barely reached the center of the room. And there she stood, a young woman in a long burgundy-brown dress with loose, slightly curly chestnut-colored hair and gray eyes. The shadowy presence figured she had given up, so they tried hard to cuff her hands and feet within their own imagination. But she stood freely with a proud posture, simply observing the ongoing events as if she were looking at herself from the side. The rays of a noontime sun breached through openings in the tower and illuminated her silhouette. Now, one could not spot a single drop of fear in her new self, only a strange feeling of confusion and oblivion. Feeling the warmth of the sun rays on her shoulders, she seemed to freshen up a little, as if she felt that long-forgotten sense of wings on her back. Carefully turning her head, she saw 2 half-translucent figures that stood aside her. They didn't talk, just looked in her eyes, trying to remind her of something with their hardly perceptive smiles. The prelates, however, didn't notice the presence of the figures at all, and continued to prepare their final accusative verdict to get rid of whom they considered an irritating slave. Her silent messiahs, still without saying a word, said with just one look, "It's time." And at the same moment, the 3 of them soared under the arches of the tower. Having landed beneath one of them, a companion, finally being able to speak, asked her, "Do you at all remember who you really are?" It was that very question which acted as a sort of trigger to unleash the vivid memories of her last life. The life she slipped away from to land in the place she was at a few moments ago. And without being fully conscious of the memory she was about to share, she said, "Yes, I remember. I was the queen of this place." The other companion spoke with a barely visible smile. "Are you ready to return your true power?" "Yes," she answered without really thinking. Looking down, she just saw the dizzying height they were at. The rays of a summer sun lit up the streets and rooftops of a great city that covered the ground. Beyond the city's walls, a steppe extended beyond the horizon line, occasionally broken up by low hills and copses. A broad river flowed into the distance reminiscently of a silvery ribbon. After seeing this scenery, her memory started returning much faster. She remembered how she and the king reigned peacefully in love and agreement with this beautiful country. There was no division into rich and poor, every citizen had equal rights to participate in important decisions that helped creating the environment for their community.